What's going on, guys? It's Ty Vapez of Schaumburg Smoko Vapor. We got a brand new mod and this thing is spanking. It's the GTRS Vboy 200 watt featuring the SX500 chip. So you guys already know this is going to be living up to some DNA standards, guys. But I like this more than the DNA. So we're actually going to unbox this, go through the modes, and we're going to see if this is the next must-have mod of the year, guys. This thing is... Alright guys, we're going to take a look at this Vboy 200 watt. We're actually going to do the unboxing right now. And as we're pulling the box off, we're going to take a look at the front. We see a few things. We see that there's the SX500 chip. We have the 200 watt display. And then we have the different modes. And then the time clock display in the main menu. As well as some other stuff up here about the chip. And then we have a bag on the top. Ooh, fabric. Nice. You could put your little mod in this pouch, which is awesome. And then right here we have our awesome looking device, which on arrival we can see that we got some rubber grips right here and right here, which is going to help you from dropping this thing. I love the way it looks, I love the way it feels, and these just help you get a good hold on the mod itself. And then as you can see also, we kind of have these grips also right here, and then the 3 buttons on the bottom, and they're kind of off-centered. We have 2 that are straight, and then we have 1 that's up. It's kind of weird, but when I looked on their website, it looked like they did it on purpose. But the main button right here, this is your menu, this is your power up, and this is your power down. And your fire button obviously is on top. We have our bottom battery door, GTRS SX500. And one cool thing I noticed is that whatever color you get is going to be the inside of the frame. So we should expect to see red, and we do, which is awesome. And then on the top, we have a stainless steel 510, and you can fit 30mm addies on this, and it'll look good. 2 screws, also stainless steel, and then we have a 510 that is adjustable. So it looks like it's spring-loaded. Oh, not adjustable, my bad, spring-loaded, but it goes pretty deep, honestly, which is awesome. But now that we've got this out, we're gonna look at what else we got in the box. We got menu. And this is all in color, so you can see it very nice. Then we have something to keep your mod looking clean. And then USB charge or upgrade cable, as well as certificate of authenticity. And then we have a warranty card inside. But now that we got everything out, we're going to take a look at the modes and what this does. Alright guys, now that we've got it all out of the box and we've seen everything that it comes with, I'm going to go through the modes. I'm going to show you guys how this vapes, and we're going to go through some really cool features that this has that most of you might not even know about. So first things first, we already dropped the batteries in, and I'm going to do 5 clicks on the fire button to turn it on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to get this Vboy screen. It's all red, pretty cool looking. SX500. And then you should get the main wattage screen after you do that, which is like this. Now I believe right now it's on standard. I have it at 88 watts, but to change these modes, you're gonna press the power down button, okay? Once you do that, you're gonna notice that there's gonna be some color changes, okay? So there's a few modes, I'm gonna run through those right now. So we have standard, which is your normal mode. You have powerful, which is the next step up, which there's a significant difference in these modes. It's not like the smoke mods where if you go from, you know, standard to hard, there's not really a difference. There's noticeable differences. And not only is it powerful, but there's Powerful Plus. When I was using this mod, I noticed that Powerful Plus is really good if you use a dripper. So to all my dripper buddies, use Powerful Plus. But honestly, sub-ohm tanks, you want to rock this at just highest powerful, because otherwise, what I noticed is that it hits harder and too hard actually for your like tanks to absorb juice. If that goes on, like you're gonna go through a burnt coil pretty fast. But then besides that, there's also a really cool mode called SXIQS1. I know that sounds like robo language, but it's basically VW curve mode, which is awesome. And I've only seen a VW curve mode only in the 218 Charon from Smolin, and that's a touchscreen, and I love that. But this one's actually really good. They actually put a boost regulator into this mod so that when you hit the mod, there is no battery lag at all. So it actually helps boost the performance of your batteries. This does come with TC, so you could also use temp control if you want to. It runs in joules, and then you can change the Fahrenheit as well. I didn't get too much into that. I personally don't use temp control, but it's a good feature, and most mods do come with it nowadays. And then after your VW curve mode, you're gonna round robin right back to soft, which is gonna look like the standard mode, okay? So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you guys standard, powerful, and then powerful plus, all three of them, while I'm using the Valerian tank right now. I got it all primed up with some of my gooey liquids. And we're going to take a look at what we're getting off of this. And I'll even compare it to a nicer mod too that's out. I'll screw this tank on, same wattage on the drag, and we'll do a side-by-side comparison and see what we're getting. Alright, so now we got my mod set at 88 watts, and we're going to see how it do. Alright, I got it on standard mode, so I'm going to take a few drags. I'm going to see what happens, what kind of vapor production we're getting initially right off the bat, and then we're going to do a side-by-side comparison with the drag, okay? So, right now, standard, 88 watts, just so you guys can see. For standard, it's a little higher than standard if I'm being honest. This is pretty good. This is like a hard mode for a smoke mod, for a standard though on this. So I will say the flavor is really good. It does change the way my tank hits, and I can tell there's no delay. I mean, there is a slight, maybe half a second, but like I'm used to smokes, Sigelis, drags, all taking around about a second and a half before they start firing really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew my Valerian, and we're going to screw it onto my drag, and we're going to see what we get out of that. Alright guys, so now I have the Valerian screwed onto my Vboy drag. I have it set at 88 watts. I'm going to take a few pulls, and we're going to see what we're getting off of the drag. It's pretty close to the standard mode. I'm pretty sure that once we take this and we do it again versus the powerful mode, you're going to see a bigger difference. I feel that the Vboy drag, as it is, you know, there's no modes to the Vboy drag, as it is the Vboy at standard. So I'm going to screw this back onto our Vboy, and we're going to switch the mode up, okay? Alright, so now that I have it reattached to the Vboy, once again, we're going to switch it to powerful, which I've already done, which it'll look like this now. I have the red band on there, and then we're going to see what we're getting off of powerful. So this is when things start to change. This is when I notice, for me personally, my tanks hit a lot better, the flavor's through the roof, and it's actually more preferable in my opinion. I would rather vape on this at powerful mode than any mod that I've tried so far to this date. So without further ado, Vboy at 88 watts at powerful mode. Yeah, this is ridiculous. I don't think the Vboy drag can do this. I'm over 99% sure the Vboy, I'm powerful, there's nothing out right now that hits like this. Even DNAs, I don't believe, are hitting like this at 88 watts on a set mode. So I'm just going to put the other video of me vaping the Valerian side by side, and you guys could look for yourself. Alright guys, so now that we've gone through the unboxing, we've gone through some of the modes, and we've gone through just some overall specs, the real question is, would I buy this again? Is it worth the money? And is it durable? Is this something worth purchasing? I'll be honest guys, this mod really is up there. This is probably my favorite mod, hands down, after testing it out for a solid week. One of the cool things I like about it is these rubber textures. I don't even know what these are, but I know it's rubber for sure. But it does make it anti-slip, and it does feel very ergonomical in the hand when you have these two grips on there. Not only that, but I do like that instead of the G class, they took away the analog button on the bottom, and they made it a little more easier to use. I feel that the G class had a little problem with the SX500 with that joystick, and a lot of people broke it off, and it just wasn't really good to use. But I mean, even with the buttons being off-centered, I do like this a lot more. Not only that, but I like that the 510 is centered on the top, and that stainless steel, all of that looks like it's made really well. The only problems that I saw with this mod is that you do have your Android USB port right here. Now, as you can see, my tank is super close to that, so condensation is very possible. It could come out the side of my tank, go into this USB port, and stop me from ultimately using it as a charging port and a firmware update port. So that's one downside that I saw to this. And then the other downside is the door. I'm not a fan of these kinds of doors. I see these doors break all the time, but I will say this door was pretty stable compared to most mods with the folding out bottom door. I know this is the version 2.0. The version 1.0 did have problems with the 510 coming out, as well as the door breaking off. So hopefully that's all fixed. It seems like it's all fixed. It does seem like they got it down. But the one really big thing I really wish they would have done is, instead of having the Android USB port on the top, if they could have put it down here. But that's all subjective to the chip. I'm not sure if they could even do that, but that's something they could have done. That's something they should have done. I don't really have too many cons. I like that you can upload your own background screens, your own profiles. That's another added plus option to this. And the screen is very vibrant in color, which is great. And that regulator, that's hands down the main reason this mod kicks butt compared to most mods. I don't know many mods with a boost regulator that hits this good, okay? Now, I've tried a lot of mods, I've tried a lot of tanks. This mod changes every tank I've ever used that I thought I knew well. So even my Valerian on this is a completely different tank. The flavor's through the roof, there's no drag, it's chucking clouds. It really does change your whole vaping experience when you use something like this. Now, would I buy this again? That is a definite yes. This mod is really, really well priced for what it does. This is in competition with the DNA chips, which tend to be around 150 plus. I am finding this mod anywhere between 115 to 125, 130, which I think is a solid mark for this mod. Now, is it durable? Yes. It does have a lot of plastic feely to it, but honestly, there is a lot of metal. If you actually look inside, you can see that everything is hinged really well. There's screws everywhere to make sure everything is in place. I didn't really have too many problems with it falling out of my hands with the grips, but it does seem very, very stable. So if you guys do see this, we do have them at every Smoko Vapor location, and even at Schaumburg, we've got a few left if you guys want to grab some of these. But next week, we're going to be looking at some more stuff, more tanks, more mods, and you know what to do, guys. Press the like, subscribe button, and make sure to keep going to Smoko Vapor locations, guys. And remember, keep vaping. This is the future.